One. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Florida Panthers Ice Den. I'm your host, Nicholas Cruz. Join the line beside me, Ricardo Burgos. My new color commentator, he's joining me for tonight. We're excited because it is Greek night here, and we are so excited because, you know what? Talk about Greek. We're going to talk about heroes, and one of those heroes at the Battle of the Beach for FAU against UCF when they get their first championship win at Battle of the Beach against UCF Knights. Ricardo, what's your thoughts?
The energy here is spectacular. Honestly, I'm hyped. I'm pumped. We've seen a good showing with our Owls and UCF. They're pretty good going right now. So I think they're one of the guys who are actually going to give us a hard time this season. But honestly, I think we still have a shot and we have a good battle for tonight.
We talk about great battles, the Battle of the Beach being one of them. Of course, for all of us that are just coming back into the stream, hello and welcome from no matter where you are. So if you're watching us here from South Florida at the Florida Panthers Ice Den, if you're watching in Orlando, watching your Knights play, make sure you comment onto our live stream. Ricardo and I will be looking at your comments. We'd love to interact with the fans no matter where you are because you are always welcome to Hockey and Paradise. In the meantime, we talk about some of the key players, some of the focuses that we want to look for going into this game. Ricardo, you mentioned some key players you want to talk about.
Sure, let's talk about their goals. He's doing phenomenal this whole season, and honestly, he's the guy who pretty much is the glue of the team. Like I always say, like a team is like a watch. So every player is a gear, and if one gear doesn't work, well, it's a third watch. He showing all the stops. He's been doing pretty well this year. He has a really high goal save percentage, and honestly, we have to go look at it. Like you see right now, doing blocking techniques right now, he's doing pretty well. And look, UCF, they need to show what's up.
For sure. We talk about UCF at the Battle of the Beach. This is a revenge game for them to finally come back into Owl territory to try to spoil the party. In fact, we actually had the trophy out on display for fans to take photos from the Battle of the Beach trophy. They let us have it. It looks beautiful here. Nice to see some silverware for the first time in FAU's history. The Knights, meanwhile, they had a strong showing. Let's talk about that first period in that finale against FAU. Well, they scored first. They went on to the power play, started showing some grit. But hold on a moment. Owl said, hold the phone. We're going to make it rain and pour and get your umbrellas. They started pouring buckets all over UCF and ended up winning the championship game. But now, way I look at this, I've been talking about this even pregame before our show here tonight. The key focuses we want to see from this team. FAU has been doing fantastic. They're currently standing at 8-1-1. So they've only lost once to University of Tampa Division I, which, by the way, one of the top teams in Florida, and then tied them the following night. You talk about a team working clockwork. Well, this team's working clockwork all the time. They're moving the puck. They're getting in their offensive chances. They're looking well in defense. You mentioned the goalkeeper, Rocco Bruno. Listen, I'm a South Florida man, born and raised. I've been to Butterfly World, and listen, this guy's got the most beautiful butterfly position I've ever seen from a young goalkeeper. You know what? He's keeping himself so low, he can find his car keys and maybe some extra treasure down there. He's doing well. He's keeping himself poised, and that is something that we see as a big difference here for FAU.
Of course, and of course, we have to talk about their losses because you mentioned that they humbled them. I think they needed that loss, right, from their captain?
Absolutely. So when I spoke with, DJ, the president of the FAU Hockey Club, one of the key things he said was, sometimes, the loss humbles us. It makes us want to work harder, especially when you play a D1 team, right? We're Division II, they're D1. And the way I look at it, he says, and I agree with, sometimes you need to lose and learn how to in order to win. With that being said, of course, they've been doing fantastic. And as they get ready for some of the post-game festivities, we have a full-packed barn here as well here at the Florida Panthers Ice Den. This is Greek night as well. We're saluting all the fraternities, sororities that are joining us. So thank you for watching. If you are also one of the sororities and fraternities that are with us, make sure you stick around. You can also talk about some key things coming up after this short break. We're going to step away, but until then, keep it locked here on Owl TV. I'm your host, Nick Cruz. Join alongside me,
Ricardo Burgos.
All right, we'll see you soon here in a moment. Game time!
Bet you want the goodies, bet you thought about it, got you all hot and bothered, because we're talking about it. I bet you want the goodies, bet you thought about it, I bet you want to know. What the fuck?
As we return, it looks like we got a packed barn out here. You know, we're looking outside right now. You and I both can see that it is completely packed. We have a ceremonial puck drop here as well, but look at this. It is completely, and I mean all the way around packed. This is probably more packed than our last game where we had about 672 fans. I think we broke the record again. And this is a testament of how important this club is doing, how great it's showing. Cardo, thoughts on this packed barn tonight?
Honestly, the energy is impeccable. I've been to a couple, D2, D3 hockey games myself a couple times, but nothing like this. You can feel the energy. Earlier when the players were coming in, they were like, let's go out, let's go out. You hear the rumbling. The energy is delightful.
Yeah, and we talk about the fans coming in out tonight as we salute for Greek night. But one of the key focuses we want to talk about as well for UCF, they got a lot of players that are coming in. They're going to start off the night here. They got number 4 from UCF who's been announced. And we're going to get some of these guys in. If we're a little bit delayed, apologize about it. So we got Jake Coulter from UCF. They're also bringing in number 7, Max Weinstock, who's also a center, coming in number 11 for UCF. It's one of the defensemen, Rhett Hopkins. And also coming in is number 12 for UCF is Joseph Dre from UCF Knights. And then in goal, we're going to take a look here. I think if we're not mistaken, yep, that is going to be number 30 for FAU. And now here comes the fans, loud and proud. So Jake Friedman, the captain, being announced. Let's see who else is on the ice there. The Argentine himself, the leading in points for FAU. Matthias Weir being announced. Another great player you mentioned. David Israel as well, MVP. We had pre-game interviews with him. We're going to be showing that later on as well. And last but not least, coming in, he's got Miles Davison and the deli man himself, Rocco Bruno. The deli man himself, Rocco. You love Rocco. We all love Rocco. We all love Rocco in this building. As we go ahead and do the national anthem, we're going to step away here for a moment for the national anthem. And we are back after what was an incredible national anthem being sung by our national anthem singer. Now, one of the key things here tonight as we get prepared for doing the play-by-play here, we noticed we got a packed barn. We're going to keep mentioning because, my goodness, this is going to be an absolute singer of a night here. It's the FAU Owls taking on the UCF Knights. One of the key roles I'm going to be talking about, penalties, penalties, penalties. Stay out of the sin bin, and boy, when they're in it, make sure you make them pay. Ricardo, what's your key for tonight?
Same thing. Penalties, penalties, penalties. Honestly, our players are really aggressive, really powerful, but they need to keep their head on the swivel. A lot of times we do great in our penalty scoring, but at the same time, we can't be doing that all the time. And ultimately, if UCF wants to win, they will take advantage of that scoring.
Absolutely, as we have some other friends chopping in there. I see my good friend Alyssa, who's trying to find a spot below us. That's how packed it is. Everyone is literally shoulder to shoulder. It feels like New York. My goodness. And here we go, ready for puck drop here in a moment. Once again, I'm your host, Nick Cruz, joined alongside me, Ricardo Burgos, and here we go! As it started off with David Israel, find the lane, trying to go in for the first attack, trips up, no call there, as the UCF Knights go ahead, they're drying their silver and gold striped sweaters, alongside FAU wearing the red camo jerseys, one of the most popular jerseys in the league. Here's an opportunity, tries to find the wrist shot, gets denied away, moved away from UCF from the puck, and says FAU continues now to try to get pinching in behind the trapezoid of the goalkeeper. It's going to be a tight one once again, Ricardo. Oh, touch with the high stick. That one's not going to be blown away as it's regained possession from UCF Knights.
Of course. And now we've seen their aggression coming in early, going really well for the Knights.
And we got a penalty being called, and it's going to go on the Knights. And it's the first power play for FAU. Ricardo, thoughts?
Thoughts? Honestly, they're doing well so far, both teams as well. But the power play here, we all usually do well in these type of plays. And honestly, I'm so excited what's going on right now. The energy is still tense, and we're just waiting to take the tempo for this match.
Number 19, Matthew Skreinberg from UCF is going to be heading to the sin bin. The power play from the FAU Owls has been phenomenal. They've been showing what they have in terms of the offensive power. They've got to continue it rolling through. It's going to be a 2-minute penalty for tripping on one of the players here. Can they capitalize on the power play as they get onto the faceoff dot right above them? With 19-17 in the first period, here comes the power play, getting themselves set up. FAU to Friedman, who finds his man. Wrist shot, almost went in, but denied away from the keeper of UCF, and they clear the zone. Well done by UCF to find that lane and really clear it. That puck had a bigger rebound than the time it was at the Sawgrass Expressway. You know, they got to find and make sure that they don't let themselves get themselves too careless. UCF knows how to pinch forward when they need to in this PK.
True. Like, people talk about how UCF is a dark horse in this, but honestly, they're doing pretty well. And you can see the aggression from there, like a little bit hit right there. But, you know, FAU is doing pretty well right now.
David Israel with the puck now trying to find his man. He's got Friedman behind him. He finds the passing lane. He's chopped up, side denied away. It gets hit from his own teammate. Friedman now back with the puck, trying to get his man set up to Matthias Weir. Weir now with the puck, find the lane. He does. It's David Israel. Nice pass to Freeman. Gets deflected off his teammate. Here comes a one-trapper, trying to find it. Weir shot just missed wide, and we're going to get another call.
And we got 1 minute left on the power play right here.
59 seconds remaining. You're absolutely right. And here we can see from this power play, they had the top guys going in. Now they're going to switch it up. They're going to put on the Leon Biller line with Owens, Leon, and Caleb. Absolutely sensational for the FAU Owls. Specifically Caleb Owens as well, who's been leading the team in points right behind Matthias Weir. And here they go, winning off the face-off dot. It's UCF, and that puck hits the roof and goes flying out. And they're sending an astronaut right now to recover that puck. Oh, yeah, there you go. And they probably still got a couple of students to go collect that puck. Meantime, you got puck right here in the possession zone of UCF. UCF now, big trip up hit there from FAU. They're getting a little bit of those body checks from UCF. Really going to try to set the tone of they're going to play a hard-to-know style, I can see, from the beginning of this first few minutes as we approach about 17:56 in the first period. 30 seconds and change left here in the power play. Leon Biller, he's been having a great year, the freshman. The rookie himself goes all the way behind the trapezoid. Clear the line. He's got man on his left and to his right. Finds his man. Back to Leon. Caleb trying to get himself. Justin Greenberg, who pinches behind, but it's still recovered back. Justin on the right-hand side. Back to his teammate. Randall who now is going to try to screen the goalkeeper, but moves back. And it finds 1 man, 2 man, 3 men. Look, it's like a Dr. Seuss book with all these men on there with 3 seconds remaining. One-time slapper off the body and deflected away from DJ Randall, and they clear the zone. And off the box he goes, and Rocco Bruno skies it. And he does a beautiful skying hit there that hits off the boards. Rocco did a great job of clearing that.
Honestly, this is a different Owls I've seen so far right now. They usually are more aggressive, more heavy hitting, but this one's more conservative and more tactile right now. Which is not bad, but also they need to get the tempo back. That's what they're known for. Like usually they go for scoring. Like we have a record, right? Like a 13-second record getting a score in, like right in the game. So the game strategy right here is kind of unique.
As they go to the face-off dot, made some great points there, Ricardo. And here we go. FAU wins the face-off dot. Now goes behind the trapezoid of Rocco. Bruno finds an outlet pass, and he does. Absolutely trying to get crushing through the neutral zone, but doesn't. Stripped away from UCF, who now tries to find their man, goes behind it. As they go around, we got Brockett, who's on the ice. Deflected away. UCF with an opportunity. Hit the skate of the Owls, and they clear the zone, no problem. Down the neutral zone they go. Beautiful outlet pass. Pass to Solarino, who gets a man open. Shoots, denied away. They try to get a tip in. And no, is it in?
Is it in?
And they're going to see what's going on there as the goalkeeper from UCF is looking behind himself. Boy, he looked like a dog trying to find his tail there for a moment.
Honestly, and now we can see more of the aggro coming in with our Owls going on here. Like I said, they have to keep their level head, and then the power play will be for the Knights.
The Knights have done a good job so far, though. They really sustained a little bit of that, the wins of the Owls right now, as Baraldi is going to take the face-off dot here. And he wins the face-off dot. Quick pass outlet back to Brockett, who tried to pass it back to Baraldi, but did not connect. Baraldi, who put a little bit of a body check, the light one. And I think he made a good point. They're playing a little bit conservative in terms of how the Owls are playing. Goes behind the trapezoid, finds a man, and goes behind UCF. That is stolen away from the Owls. Owls with a wrist touch, goes wide to the right-hand side. Nothing doing as the Owls lose possession. UCF now with an opportunity. Sends it, Rocco Bruno, and gets absolutely blasted. Number 18, Ryan Kozlowski. Boy, he's seeing stars right now.
True, a little bit of bullying right here. Now we've seen our traditional Owls going on right here, getting more aggressive, showing the tempo. Honestly, both players are doing pretty well right now.
My goodness. Well, we talk a lot about seeing space, and Kyle Kozlowski really got checked hard. It was a beautiful check from the Owls, and they win the face-off dot. And here they go down the line. Matias Weir, the Argentine superstar himself, representing us. My fellow Latinos that are watching the show, myself included. Gotta love it. UCF now trying to get themselves cleared out of the lane, and they do. So far, a strong defensive play from UCF despite some laps. They've been doing really well. The puck goes behind the side of the board line as UCF tries to find an opportunity to get a counter. And they get a little bit mixed match. Oh, a big collision. But they sustain the wins of UCF and the Knights. Well, they're showing their grit now a little bit stronger. Stopped by Weir. Now, they've got an opportunity. Weir trying to get a lane. He does. Open slot chance. Misses wide on an open net chance and was absolutely shot to the far right-hand side. My goodness.
But
that
they're
was
still in control right now. This is the aggression I was saying earlier that they needed. Now they're warmed up. They're ready. They're going in.
Israel right now with the puck, trying to send it through a back pass. He does. He finds Weir, his longtime partner. It's got to be scooped up from the Knights, and they do. Well, let's talk about something very special here for a moment. You talk about that consistency and aggression from the Owls, and that's just something that's so important and known for the game. They're like sharks. When they smell the fish and that blood, they're hungry for it. They go for it. They're like the car salesman that never leaves you alone. They're probably the guys that'll call you if you want your car extended warranty. Those are the guys you want to probably hire for them. They will go all in.
For sure. But now we're going
one-time slap shot, stopped away from the Knights. Big time save there. That could have been massive there, an opportunity for the Owls to capitalize, but they didn't.
Honestly, right now, the game is pretty much neck and neck, but now we've seen the tempo shifting to the Owls real quick. Doesn't look like it at first, but we see with aggression what's going on right now. It's pretty good, even though the Knights are doing pretty well.
UCF now with an opportunity. Trying to find a man, stopped away from Rocco Bruno, who does a great job, the deli man himself. The deli shop is open. He's seeing everything tonight and getting your order hot and ready. You got a little salami, got a little bit of that cream cheese, and here comes a nice chip pass. Shot down, Here he goes, one-time slap, wrist shot, and stopped away and gives a swipe to the Owls. Yeah, that was a little unnecessary swipe from the goalkeeper from UCF. What are you seeing so far from the defensive side from UCF?
UCF, I mean, they're doing their play really well. They're going lockdown. It's all tempo. You see how they're lining up their players? They're going play by play. And honestly, it's doing really well, and they're keeping their tempo correct. So honestly, it's just a sword versus a shield. The unstoppable force with the immovable object.
And stopped away from UCF, and here comes a little bit of pushing. Oh, a high stick to the face, and here we go. The goalkeeper wants a little bit of action. Rocco's watching from afar. Makovina, who's a big guy, but he's also making sure everything's getting a bit cleaned up there. But Daniel Toff, big dude, gives a hug to probably one of his friends, says, hey, man, I know you're a little bit lower than me, but hey, we can hug it out if you want to. And DJ Randall, well, he's the president. All hail to the chief there. He wasn't going to have none of that. Yeah, we've seen a lot of the good things there from UCF, standing up for his teammate, but they got to keep it a little bit clean there.
Of course, especially it's only the first quarter of the game right now, and now we have the Owls in attack.
Stopped away from the Knights as they get an opportunity now, trying to find their man, and they gets almost stopped by Daniel Tov. As well, Cotter, and to Justin Greenberg, who's also been having a sensational season with the Owls. We've seen him, one of the key things I see about Justin Greenberg that's so different from last season. He's really, really stepped up his game. He's like a different player this season, and definitely one of my dark horse players of tonight. So Justin Greenberg, who's also getting in there, they stopped the puck. It just hit off sides. They're going to bring the puck back. Actually, I think that one's going to be under icing. Yep, it's going to fall under icing as they're going to bring the puck back into the Owl zone. Right now, the Owls are winning in the percentage zone. We don't have the exact number, but we do know for a fact, based off what we've seen, the Owls are winning a crucial part of this game, which is the faceoffs.
Sure, but now they're on the defense. And honestly, this is one of the crucial parts that UCF do pretty well.
And once again, as we just said, the Owls win the faceoff again. Send out an outlet pass, stop, almost touched away by Daniel Tov, and he didn't grab it. UCF now, but stolen away from Makovina, who stripped him away. They're going to get the line change through a big gas from the icing. Baraldi hopping on along with Brockett. Bono, who also hops on the ice for the Owls. Stopped away from Rocco, who just clears and holds on to it.
Like I said, our goalie with the deli shot, he's going pretty well right now. He's blocking every single shot. And honestly, the tempo is looking like it's shifting for the Knights. And for the Owls, honestly, they have to keep that aggression going. But they need to keep their head cool and keep going.
Talking about keeping your head cool, one of the important things here we're noticing so far from these Owls is they're not letting too many penalties. In the beginning they have plenty more, but here comes entering the zone. An opportunity, trying to find their man. It gets stopped and chipped away, but the Owls regain possession in the zone of UCF, where they're now starting to dominate and add a little bit of pressure. Zone time. There it is, the Knights. They're going to break out, and they do, just slightly, but stolen away from the Owls. Baraldi, who finds his man on the left-hand side, goes into the zone of UCF. UCF with a body check, but he absorbs it. No problem. Stop, saved by the Knights. And still in their zone. Brockett goes to the right-hand side, hits off the skate. It goes around behind the trapezoid into the other side as we approach 12:30 in the first period. Shot deflected away. Oh, up top, chop there. And he's going to give him a cross check, but no call on that one. Hits again. It looks like they want to have a little bit of a conversation between the two, but nothing happens out of that. Goes down to the zone there. Rocco Bruno, glove up high, nothing to it as well as he hits the glass.
This is the aggression I was talking about. Sheer ruthlessness. And honestly, they have to keep it up. Remember, this is a game. This is not a street fight. So you have to keep you guys together.
As the Knights, once again, trying to get a little bit of pressure time inside the Owls. Rocco just slaps it to the left-hand side or the rake here. And as we approach about 12 minutes into this match, if you're just joining us, welcome. We're hoping you're having a good time as much as we are in this packed barn. I think this is going to be another record breaker, as these teams have been doing fantastic of really keeping themselves in line and in motion. And here we go once again. The captain, Drake Friedman. Friedman now with the puck. Finds his lane. Opportunity. Stopped away from the Knights. As the Knights regain puck possession down the neutral zone they go. As they finds one man, two man. Doesn't get it. Stopped away. Rocco Bruno hangs on to it. Nice and calmly. He says, excuse me, sir.
Right there to the goalie right there.
A little 17. Kick. Yep, and 17 from the Knights. He's going to give a little bit of that little aggression. Thomas Zamba, who just gets that extra swipe in, a little bit of that grittiness. Maybe that's what they want to do, try to get in the Owls' head. This is kind of a rematch here for the Battle of the Beach. But we already know where that cup went.
Of course.
And in fact, if you're in the audience listening to us, you can actually see the cup that's right in the lobby from the Battle of the Beach. A big win that they got and stopped by the Knights. As they dropped down the puck, it was a glove stop, nothing much more to it as the Owls regained possession. About 11 and some change remaining here in this first period. Not too many stops, not too many penalties except for the one as they go 0-1 on the power play. The Owls back to Matthias Weir, the superstar for the team, leading the team in all points right now. He's going to want to get their team going. Same with Israel, who was MVP last season, continues his hot streak. Getting over, and there goes Matthias Weir. Digs him. Oh, he got tripped up. And look at that, still finds a way to play. He finds David Israel. Number 8, one-time opportunity, doesn't connect. That one didn't go tape to tape, but he's going to get an opportunity here, right here, one-time slap shot. Oh, that one goes above the bar. Oh, my goodness, that was so far above the bar, they don't even sell it to the kids under 21 anymore now.
Of course. And now they're still keeping the pressure on the Knights right now. You saw, even though he slipped out, he still had the awareness to bring it about to one of his teammates.
My goodness, they went top shelf, but didn't really find the back of the net. As the Knights, Owls, it's going to be Jackson Barton. Barton that is in net for the Knights. We do apologize for the delay in finding the name. We just want to make sure we got the right player as some of the roster changes have been made around in terms of numbers and lineup. So apologies in advance for not calling his name, but we'll make sure we do it for it. It's Jackson Barton. Barton, who's keeping himself a little bit high. He's got more of that hybrid style goalkeeping. He's not like Rocco where he keeps his body so low. He keeps it a little bit more shifting, more of the more modern style goalkeeping. He goes in and makes the save. Barton stops the puck for the Knights. Ricardo.
Honestly, I was talking a lot about the Owls goalie, but we had to give some credit to the Knights. He was doing pretty well. He's popping off right now, to be honest. And the tempo still looks like it's still right in the middle. So we need to know what each team needs to do. What do you think the Owls need to do or what the Knights need to do?
Well, right now, I think it's about keeping the pucks, peppering the goalkeeper. Barton, yeah, he's making those saves, but if you watch closely, a lot of those saves are from non-dangerous situations. What I feel what Barton's trying to do for his team is trying to halt the Owls for building momentum. Look at Justin Greenberg as he pinches in to really defend it. Makovina, the big man himself. Oh, and the number 81 from the Knights, he sent himself flying to the boards as they continue. The Knights try to chip in, stopped away from Justin Greenberg. I've said his name so many times, he's probably going to hear it in his sleep.
Honestly.
Here comes Owls. What the wrist shot opportunity. Try to find a man, couldn't do it. Taken back from the Knights. The Owls, Justin Greenberg. Oh, he tried to skate away, but fooled his teammate. Oh, that's going to be a penalty on the Knights. And it's going to be a power play for the Owls.
We talk about these power plays. These are the deciding factor in the tempo for this game. It's currently a little under 10 minutes going on right now. And now, the Knights are doing well. They're doing well. And now with this power play for the Owls, it will show us maybe we can score a shot right here.
Well, the opportunity is now is it's going to be a top hit there from the back check on the cross check from the Knights as they make some line changes. It's going to be on number 11. That is going to be Rhett Hopkins from the Knights, who finds himself in the sin bin, and a power play opportunity for the Owls. Beautiful deke from Israel. Israel goes behind the trapezoid, finds his man. Here we go, Matthias Weir to the right on the backhand side. Can't find him. David Israel, he's got Friedman on below that blue line. It's stripped away, and here comes a counterattack from the Owls. Final opportunity. The Knights for the one-on-one breakthrough. Save by Bruno. The deli shop says we got a coupon for saves. And it goes off the skate between the feet. Oh, my goodness. The breeze between the knees. That puck found a way to get through the legs. And now the Owls are going to get themselves trying to set up here as they go for the rush. Friedman, who's been with the team for 4 years, long tenured player, he's going to really want to take it home to the UCF Knights with about a minute remaining left on the power play. They get themselves set up. It goes on to the right. It goes back to Matthias Weir. Weir finds a lane one time, stopped and hits the skate of his own player, and they clear the zone. And the Owls are forced to retreat back and reset with about 53 seconds remaining on the power play. 8 minutes remaining on this game here. Beautifully taken by Weir. Finds an outlet lane. He finds his man. An opportunity here. With shot stop. Oh, and it's stopped away from Bartson just barely. I honestly don't think he saw that puck anywhere. But here comes the Owls once again trying to find it. And they clear the zone. The PK going to work for the Knights. Ricardo.
honestly, the power play right here is kind of looking pretty sketchy for both teams. Now, there's only 30 seconds left for this power play. So, and Owls want to do something now. They need to do it this very moment.
If they want to capitalize on the power play, they definitely got to keep their feet moving. One of the things I noticed is this goalkeeper, they're making the light saves. But here we go. Beautiful decant side. He finds a forehand to the backhand. Off the skate. He sends it back around to Justin Greenberg. Out to the other side. It goes to Stabili. Stabili finds a link. That just went above him, and that could have been in, but almost didn't get through. It just went super high above him. And one time slap shot hits the player. Oh boy, that's got to sting. Then UCF Knight, yeah, he's slowly, kind of gingerly coming to the off that line now. As the line trying to go through, the Owls still in adding that pressure to the zone. It's only a matter of a moment now to see how they're going to find a way to capitalize. It stopped deflect. They're not going to get the icing. It cleared the zone as Cam Watson now has to trek all the way back there to get the puck, and we're going to get a penalty, or that's going to be called offside. We're waiting on the official call here.
Crazy game. That power play was really amazing coming from UCF. To be honest, this is one of the most aggressive games I've seen from the Knights, and really, it looks like the roles been switched for this night, because Owls are usually more aggressive, more lethal, but now they're playing more tactile, more tempo based. And now it looks like our home team got the penalty for that, so the power play goes for the Knights.
As now the penalty kill goes in for the Owls, number 26 from FAU. Well, that's Leon Biller, one of their star players, their star rookie, is now inside the sin bin, taking 2 minutes to think about what he did. Maybe during that time he'll think about his finals coming up. You and I are both students. We know how that is. Now the Knights, well, they got their test right now as they get onto the power play from the Knights. As they try to get themselves set up here, they got an opportunity of Hopkins. Brett Hopkins hanging on to the puck from the Knights. On to the far hand side that goes behind the trapezoid of Brocco Bruno. They're playing it nice and soft here, and they're trying to play a more controlled power play versus an FAU power play that was more of a tactile and go straight here. She's off the side, and Rocco Bruno almost didn't get it. Rocco stops it. He makes a save, and here comes the Owls surrounding to protect their goalkeeper.
Of course, and now we've seen a more aggressive nature coming from the Knights right now. And honestly, I feel like tension's getting even thicker right now. Earlier, it looked like there was like a little back talk to each other right there. But honestly, this is going to be a long game tonight, because what we're seeing right now is a hungry Knights team and a very humble Owls team. But we're going to get more to the action right now. Slowly going off.
And as they continue off there, the Knights get possession, trying to find the way to set up. Oh, that one didn't find too far off there, Ricardo. That was close. My goodness. That had a lot of power behind it.
And he wasn't ready for that. He saw that went flying. And somebody threw something into the rink right now.
Well, I'm not sure what was thrown into the rink, but we definitely don't want to get a delay of game penalty. So the fans, if you're listening, keep it clean. A nice body check from the Knights. And from the FAU, they're trying to clear the lane. They don't. They got 40 seconds remaining on the power play with about 5:25 remaining in the first period. The Owls trying to get themselves open into the lane, but they can't. The Knights just barely stop. What a save by the Knights. What a save by Brando. My goodness. What a save by the deli man. Oh, my goodness. It was in the back.
Here we go again.
Oh, my goodness. Rocco Bruno with another. Bruno. My goodness. Someone give the deli man a raise right now. My God, what a save that was behind him. He looked like my cat when there was a laser pointer on the wall. Just the reflexes were unbelievable. Holy moly.
And the power play is over, and
Owls cleared it thanks to Rocco Bruno, the deli man. And another save by Bruno. Oh my goodness. Wow. My goodness, that man has got to start a bank, because the savings he's making right now are incredible. That guy is a car insurance, life insurance, anything insurance. You go to that deli man right now. My goodness, that save was impeccable. I would say probably the save of the year. That was on the line. Reach behind him like you're trying to reach out your notes for final exam, and he passed.
Honestly, it was literally inches away from the goal.
Inches, centimeters. That was right there. My goodness gracious. Rocco Bruno, the deli man, he has done it again. Making the saves where it counts the most. Wow. I really hope someone got a really good view of that save because that was insanity. And here we go. Matthias Weir hits the line for the UCF Knights. He gets past a one-time shot. Save. Oh, they get an extra swipe there, but nothing to it as Barton makes a low-type save. Right there in the body was a big one.
But now, I keep talking about tempo, but now I can say the Owls are taking the tempo for tonight. There's only 4 minutes left, and we're seeing the aggression from the Owls, the OG aggression I like to see from the past games, and now they're showing right now. They're getting their rhythm together, and here we come with the play right now. Or not.
Well, they did the face-off dot. It did hit above, so they're going to restart in the same zone, same position for the puck drop. Now, one of the key things we always want to talk about, of course, is winning those face-off dots. Owls are having no issues with that. What I have to see, which we'll talk about at the end of the first period, I got to see more high-danger chances from the Owls. It seems they're keeping it low, but it's not doing too well for them. But the Knights as well, they've got to do better. Oh, that was a cheeky little backpeel pass, but didn't connect. If it did, it would have been insane. Yeah, he tried to go for a body check the Knights, but didn't really get much to it. He goes behind him, and it didn't. Oh, set him down to his backhand side. A good check there from the Owls and the Knights, and he slips on himself. Miles Davison trying to get through. Now it's getting a bit trippy. An opportunity to shoot. Goes off the bar onto the top-hand side. So close for the Owls. And the Knights facing a little bit of trouble. One-time slap. Oh, it's body save, and he's down bad. The Knights, then it looks like that. I'm trying to see the number there. He's struggling right now.
Number 11.
Number 11, he is struggling. That is Rhett Hopkins. He took one for the... Oh, and another hit. Call him Scott Sterling because he's taking all the hits right now as the Owls continue with their zone pressure. The Knights desperately need a clear. Watson gets his man who finds it to the right-hand side and above the boards it finds him. The Owls all the way back to Cam Watson. Sends it. Opportunity denied away.
Close. They're getting their
Israel. Offensive pressure now. The Knights finding themselves about a minute in deep. One-time shot just goes wide.
Guys, keep the rhythm close.
Keeping the zone pressure in. Here comes Matthias Weir. Finds another man. One-time slot shot that goes above and around. Possession still in the Knights zone. It's been over a minute. He clears it. Just barely keeping the puck alive. But it had much needed change as Caleb Owens, one of their other star rookie, hops on. My goodness, it was just all Owls there for a good minute there. And the Owls have just been relentless on that pressure zone.
True, but you can't lie about that defense.
Oh, what a pass. What a pass. And Kadik. Oh, my goodness, what a control from Leon Biller. Finds a man. One-time opportunity. Hit slides off and couldn't connect. Oh, Justin Greenberg. He's got to wait for his man to clear the zone or else it'll be offside. So they reset. Possession back from the Knights. And it's just been all Owls this first period.
Oh, he lost the puck.
He lost possession. Leon Biller. He's getting on, and it's stopped away as now the Knights try to find a way to get themselves going in this period, but they're not finding any opportunity as all of the Owls have found the pressure zone. It's like a pressure cooker in here right now. And he wins the icing, almost knocked it away, and here, yep, he got the extra swipe, but that was a fair chance and opportunity for the Owls.
What a play. What a play right here. This is what we want to see from FAU. Aggression, 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 and tactile. You saw how many times was that under a minute? How many shots?
It was a lot of shots. It definitely was a lot of shots. Not too many in the danger zone. They got to work on that wrist shot accuracy and the slap shots. But, you know, kudos to the UCF defense. They're sacrificing the body. They're finding a way to keep themselves in the game. And beautiful pass to Catone. Catone, who sent it to his fellow man. We can't see it as we got a little bit of visible blockage here. But we know Catone passed off to his teammate onto the right-hand side. The Owls, with only about a minute 35 remaining in the first period, it's currently 0-0. No one has broken the stalemate yet, but it's definitely a lot of pressure from the Owls, and things are getting more chippy. David Israel, one-time shot, but that didn't get really far to connect. Still with the pressure, goes around. Catone, good setup to David Israel. Israel, who gets tapped away from his defenseman, and he gets away from the Knights. They're trying to find an escape to clear it, but they can't. As number 19 from the Knights That one's getting Matthew Scribender.
A little flip in the
He
air.
flips it out a little bit in the air. Still in the zone, cleared away. And we're going to get a whistle, and I believe that was offside. Well, we got a lot of fans here tonight. It's a packed barn. You know, we talk about the great success of those supporting us tonight. We have a lot of fraternities and sororities. The energy in here is pretty awesome. You might not be able to hear, we don't have a crowd mic. But I tell you what, if you're not hearing the energy from us tonight, that speaks volumes. We're absolutely just emphatic about how well they're playing tonight.
For sure, phenomenal, especially from the other side of the rink. There's not a lot of people, but you can hear them from here.
Absolutely. We can hear it from the other side of the rink.
And they keep throwing trash to the field, guys. Come on.
1 minute remaining left in the first period. As the Knights try to get themselves back in it, can they find some magic? They did it during the Battle of the Beach near the end of the first period. Rocco Bruno had nothing to worry about as that one skied all the way high that it had to have a sun pass. It continues again with the Knights who are trying to get themselves in, but they're struggling as David Israel, he's eating more minutes than the time that I eat at Golden Corral their steaks. He's finding more minutes than anybody else on the team right now. He leads in minutes besides, of course, the goalkeepers. And there's a good reason for that. With 20 seconds remaining in the first period, they're about stuck in the board side. The linesmen are saying, hey, move the puck. They're about to blow the whistle if it doesn't move, but they're trapped with about few seconds remaining, and they blow the whistle at 5.2 seconds remaining because they couldn't get the puck moving. So they're going to go ahead and have themselves a face-off on the Owl zone.
Now, this is what the Knights needed. A little bit of a saving grace, and honestly, if they get this one shot right now, they'll set the mood for the rest of the match.
We got Jarrett Boham over on the other side. I see a good friend and player for the Owls, along with my other good friend, Scotty Herman. The Herman family, I see him as well.
He's
waving back to us, a good friend of mine as well. The Hermans, good to see them as always. His brother at UMass, doing refereeing and much more. So hello to them. And that would about do it here for the end of the first period. And Ricardo, end of the first period, we saw a lot of bout of action from the Owls. A lot of offensive zone pressure on the Knights side. Before we step away, your thoughts?
My thoughts, it was a slow start for both teams. The Knights, they were doing good, but they're not doing enough. And the Owls, same thing. It was a slow start. They usually go with aggression head on first. Maybe they were scared about the penalty points because that was a nice thing, and honestly they gave a little longer. They still won. But still, I think it's like trying to learn and move what's currently going on.
Well, we talk about special teams and the importance of it. You know, both teams 0-1 for the Knights, 0-2 for the Owls on the power play, so special teams not a factor tonight so far. But when we return, more action. Stick around. We'll return in about 10 minutes. It's 0-0 at the end of the first. I'm Nick Cruz, joined alongside me.
Ricardo Vargas.
And we'll be right back.